Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. It's still November the 8th, 2018, and I decided to come back and just do a quick Divine Masculine read. There was some pertinent information that came through in this read, so it'll just be a quick one, and maybe I'll pull a couple cards at the end. But again, this is for 11/8/2018. Today is the 8 of Strength, and the day adds up to the 30 of the 4 of Wands, which is very much of the union energy. But as I brought up earlier in my Divine Feminine video today, it's very much about the root chakra and safety and stability issues and everything having to do with the root chakra. So it's about strength and brute strength, and the Divine Masculine always feeling the need to look strong. And it was just 44 when I was talking about strength, which is, you know, carrying the weight of the world upon your shoulders. And then you have the 4 of Wands, which is all about building a home and structure and safety, and just all about that, the illusion of always needing to be strong and not allowing themselves to show their emotions or weakness as they perceive it. So the major arcana that came up are the Emperor, Justice, the Wheel, and the Strength card. And again, it is the Syrian Starseed deck. And there were 3 wands, 1 sword, 1 cup, and 2 pentacles. So pretty well distributed. The only court card that came up is the King of Pentacles. And something in the code numbers, just a few code numbers came up. It was just about 10, 3, 6, 19, 3, 1, 1, 2. And that was pretty much it. It wasn't big about numbers, but having to do with third parties and indulgences, celebrations as well coming together. It's that 3 of Cups energy, as well as the it's about also regarding love and the magical hour of the energy exchange. But stuttering was coming up here too, so I don't know if there's some of the Divine Masculine who may stutter when they get nervous. But just bringing up this stuttering having to do with the death of emotions in the hour of the energy exchange, which is that divine union. So getting into the read, it was starting out as the masculine in healing, forgiving, a passionate exchange, possibly between a Libra and a Queen of Pentacles reversed energy, which is normally an earth sign, so Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, but it doesn't have to be. It could just be someone who's not grounded, Queen of Pentacles reversed, or just not feeling well right now, or losing some money. But in healing, forgiving, passionate exchange between this Libra or Justice energy and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the white horse wins, right? So good versus evil, the black and the white of things. However, forgiving the justice system costs money, and divided we fall, even if we're in the right. A child's truth expressed with feeling may not be the actual truth. Blind to what others have gone through, or injury caused by what these children do or don't say. A child's truth may only align with half the truth, right? So they don't mean to, but they're a child, so they may not have the whole truth. They may only be aligning with half the truth and can therefore cause a lot of hurt to others around them. The same for internet messages or small news or pictures or announcements, refusing to see how feelings expressed can make people feel excluded, hurt, and left behind. It doesn't have to be a child alone. It can be an adult acting like a child or immature communications. Expressing feelings gets people, so this is going back into the old templating, right? Expressing feelings tends to get people kicked out of their houses, all right? So this is this security issue for the Divine Masculine, worried about not having a home to live in and starving with their families. So expressing feelings gets people kicked out of their houses, becoming homeless and injured, may not be able to keep up with the others, and then left behind to starve. A lot of our families, our ancestors, starved to death because they weren't given work because of prejudice and things like that. So there's this strong energy of survival here for the masculine. Only as strong as the weakest link. You know, is that not another saying that the masculine always hears? Holding on by a thread and unable to carry the burden any longer. Deception of children and negative self-talk, so his own inner child. The silent treatment, nasty messages, are masks of deception to cover up a deeper issue of codependency, unable to survive without the other. And of course, misery loves company. Misery is vulnerable to the dark. When you are starving and cold, there are things you will do that you wouldn't normally consider, like prostituting themselves. And this has happened a lot in our history. So if a woman is homeless, she ends up prostituting herself to survive. The masculines have done this too, right? So it's, what am I thinking of? So like, you know, a Don Juan situation. So it's not just the feminines who have had to do this. The masculine and some divine masculines have experienced this too. So it's just the idea of that, having to, what will they have to stoop to survive? The divine masculine may have rescued his karmic from this, or his karmic may have rescued him from prostituting himself in some way. The divine masculine is called now to rescue the damsel in distress. After someone has stood up for him, he now feels obligated. So in some situations, obviously, this is not everybody, but there could be a divine masculine who had someone stand up for him, who might have been a dancer, a stripper, or someone who's very self-absorbed, who loves sexual attention and can't help but look at themselves in the mirror, or just a show-off, when in fact they have very low self-esteem and feel unworthy. And divine masculine might have actually felt sorry for this person, or wanted to take care of him. You know, it's that the rescue syndrome. This begins the codependency. So now we have new beginnings for the masculine. There's a page of swords reversed. It comes up several times in this reading. You know, it's all about that negative inner child, the negative self-talk. The page of swords reversed may be mad after scolded by a man with a stinger who's in power. Could be possible Scorpio or Aries energy. Could have long gray hair or just gray hair and facial hair, and may wear a necklace and is very manipulative. And he's a little scary too. So this could be a father figure, a friend, a religious leader, or possibly the divine masculine's alter ego of the King of Swords, or him remembering how his father made him feel so small, taking away his erection, his power, belittling him to get to the truth, a vice grip, cutting his vocal cords, and blinding him to the truth. So it's getting very direct energies revolving around this relationship. Recently, I was getting that the Hermit, so this can be someone who's just isolated, or it could be a Virgo person, or it could be just a wise person, a professional, or a wise old man, okay? But whoever this Hermit person is, looks to the past, and it could be the divine masculine, okay? So this Hermit is looking to the past for answers or enlightenment, to become clear on their feelings about his shadow side and destitution, all right? And that fear of not being able to survive or take care of their family or have no money. So the foundation, the King of Pentacles, is paying no mind to foolish behavior and victim mentality on the outside, like he's got it all together and he never seems to be affected, you know, when there's all this chaos around him. He always stays calm and cool and unaffected. So it seems, as the Emperor extends a false hand in helping back up the fool who fell on their face. So the Emperor could be the King of Pentacles, but it also could be a father or boss or father-in-law, an uncle, someone who's above the masculine. The central energy is about walking out of the frying pan and into the fire, or family drama, coming out of the dungeon and into the light, moving boldly and unified within himself, with guidance from the Queen of Swords, angel, exposure, so he may be exposed to some of this stuff online. And then the challenge for the masculine has to do with all of the divine masculines and children being called to action right now. They're getting a wake-up call to release the pain and wounds of battle. So battle wounds from around the world, all of the wars that have occurred and are in their family DNA, okay? let alone this life, okay? So they're being called to release the wounds of battle around the world that have been inflicted by their family and their lineage. Now the Emperor, climbing out of the dark to find peace, looking in the mirror and choosing a path of least resistance to the Nine of Pentacles, independence. Or it could be a separate person, the independent female. But he's looking for this independence with an Empress potentially, once he regains control of his own life and stands up for himself, or maybe just needs to stand up for himself to the Empress, or the Emperor and the Empress are actually his parents, where the Emperor is reversed and the Empress is upright, taking his sovereignty back from them and sitting with uncomfortable emotions in order to heal and gain clarity, now realizing that avoiding his emotions wasn't helping him heal, but actually feeling them and going into them. Now getting that helps him find clarity in the situation. The Queen of Swords talks about twin flames and fantasy, shocking the world, refusing to be silenced by family lineage and reputation, declaring her love even if it kills her. Soon, the wounded warrior triumphs in breaking commitment with a King of Cups, or possibly divorcing as the King of Cups. He is his own destiny. When heading east with the flow of the wheel, one doesn't require attention to be successful. Around him, the King of Pentacles runs away from rejected inner child in order to give to others, like stealing out of the mouths of babes, only the babe is himself. Only the karmic contract stands between the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. He needs to clear blocks of strength and what it means to be strong. You know, what is the old template of what defines a masculine and whether he's strong or not. And all of those ideas have to be changed. You are strong if you overwork, right? That's one of the old ideas. If you are a knight at war, you are seen as strong. If you hold back your money, time, and energy, you are considered to be a strong man, okay? Instead of sharing your time and love with your family. Teaching and learning comes up. Taking what they've learned, the Divine Masculine now, from their own abuse, like seeing the Divine Feminine doing this, and seeing in themselves their own abuse, and sharing it with others. The guidance that's coming up for them is to keep an open mind, religious factors, and romantic feelings. Okay? Keep an open mind that the Divine Feminine may not be the same kind of person that you're used to, or there may be religious or cultural differences, or whatever the differences are. But there are romantic feelings. The Divine Masculine's heart is warming up to reignite a flame with a possible date or get-together, and whether it's with his Divine Feminine or a karmic to discuss things. It looked like there's a little flirting going on, but some kind of get-together to talk. The Knight of Pentacles was coming up as making an offer to end the battle of jealousy with a soulmate. A prisoner of impatience, refusal to be moderate, ignites a big flame and offers love. So there, you know, the jealousy was coming up as the third party situation. In the Tarot of Sexual Magic, it's it's like a literal third party situation. So whether he's getting together with the karmic or the Divine Feminine, either way, it's him trying to make an offer of peace and love and ignite a new passion. But there's someone here who's a prisoner of their own impatience in refusing to be moderate about things, like, you know, hot and cold as opposed to that slow burn. So it could be the karmic, it could be the Divine Masculine. The passions of the Emperor's destiny, as or with the King of Pentacles, finds justice in dropping his own burdens of third-party situations. Wounded warrior strongly wants peace in his heart with a passionate new start, offering love. So really nice messages there about the Divine Masculine, but really about him starting to look at his wounds and see them for what they are in his relationships with his parents and siblings and the karmic, and what it all really means, and what it has to do directly with with his own wounds and whether they're actually right for him or not. Yeah, I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you really quick too. So from the Ascension deck, this is for the Divine Masculine now, okay? For the Divine Masculine, we did the Divine Feminine today in the other video. So today is November 8, 2018. Take a deep breath. For the Divine Masculine, what is the advice? Okay, so we have Lord Cthulhu. Did that come up earlier? Neptune's at the bottom. It's number 19, which is the sun. The affirmation is, I attune to the wisdom of Atlantis and Lemuria, held in Neptune. And Lord Cthulhu, 36, which is the wounded warrior. Lord Cthulhu is the world teacher. In his incarnations as St. Francis, Shah Jahan, who built the Taj Mahal, and Melchior, one of the wise men that came up today, Lord Cthulhu practiced harmlessness, love, and wisdom. These energies are encapsulated in this card, so you're encouraged to spread knowledge and spiritual truth to others with humility and inspiration. Be ready to learn, for Lord Cthulhu is drawing your attention to something important. He is a member of the Brotherhood of the Golden Robe, those who take in and transmute the pain of the world. And if you are sensitive to energies, ask him to wrap you in his light. And the affirmation is, I am open to learning and teaching. I'm teaching and learning came up in the read as well. So we have the Wounded Warrior and teaching and learning. For the Divine Masculine. Okay? So here from the Past Life deck, what do we have for the Divine Masculine? Take another deep breath. Clear your mind. What is the advice this November 8, 2018 for the Divine Masculine today? What does the Divine Masculine need to know? Okay. I have persecution and inquisition at the bottom. Okay. Alright, so the underlying energy. Okay. So being hung on the cross. So again, we're getting this, the crucifixion here as underlying energy, because that's the war, the battle wounds, right? And then we have mother and wisdom. Okay, so there's some purity here with the mother for the Divine Masculine. To take solace in Spirit's connecting with me, with the kindness from your mother and time shared with your siblings and the purity of that moment. Even if the mother isn't always, you know, perfect person, even if you have issues with your mother, or she could have a really bad temper as well, so there could be two sides of your mother. Mine certainly was. But this is all about seeing the purity in the mother-child relationship and the wisdom of it and the simplicity of it. The wisdom and the simplicity. And I'm getting the you know, the old photos, the black and white and the, you know, the off-white old photos. Antiquity. That just because something's old doesn't mean it's wrong. Okay, so the old ways of doing things, even though we're breaking a lot of templates, there's also things that, you know, if you love spending time with children, there's nothing wrong with staying home with your children. Okay, it's just a reminder of that. There is wisdom in the mother. And it's interesting because the persecution and inquisition card actually has a feminine in it, not a masculine. So there may be wounds here for the masculine too, of being the perpetrator who persecuted women, who hung women. Could be witches as well. Maybe one of the masculine's mothers, you know, has that in her lineage. And he's feeling guilt from that. Okay, so we have Journey of Love for the Divine Masculine. Take a deep breath. Clear and align. Clear and align. Clear and align. Alright, So, what is the energy for the masculine? What does he need to know? What does the divine masculine need to know today, please? Well, we got 2. The bottom is heaven. It's number 70. 70 is the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, that's heaven. The cards that came out were Hidden Beauty, which is 45, and Her Grace, which is 17. Okay, so you notice that we're getting all feminine energy. There was feminine in all the cards. Except for the Wounded Warrior. I'm going to read these 2 to you. So 45-9 is the 5 of Cups. It's about sadness, loss, and regret. You know, not being able to leave something behind even though there's still something good there for you. And then 17, of course, is the Star card. Okay, so Hidden Beauty. You are glimpsing beauty, and yet there's more to be revealed. There's more than what you're currently seeing. To attempt to force the vision would prevent you from seeing what is being revealed. Be patient and look more closely. Soften your heart and ask to be shown the beauty in the situation that's being shown to you. Wait and let the vision come alive, and you shall witness what was once hidden. This oracle brings you a suggestion from divine guidance. You may think you see the whole picture, but if you look deeper, you shall see something that brings you much joy, hope, and reassurance. There is a more beautiful perspective here that affirms and nourishes you and all involved in the situations of your life that are puzzling you at the present. Take heed and relax. All is as it is meant to be, and soon you too will be able to see. And the poem reads, when I close my eyes at night, I see your face, your lips, the brush of your hair across your brow, the down of your skin soft against my touch. My love grows in the solitude, listening for the morning light and you. Okay. And then number 17 is Her Grace. Okay, for the divine masculine. The goddess is awakening within your life. It may be within your own body, with an essential deepening of relationship with your own body, or with the body of another through expanding creativity, a sudden burst of feeling that you cannot logically explain, a desire to move, to dance, to express yourself, to sing, to write music, to draw, to play in nature, to swim, and to collect shells and lie on your back in the moonlight, gazing at the stars. Let her reach you. She is calling to you from ancient times, calling you to allow her more deeply into your life. Celebrate the divine feminine. She is coming to life for you. Whether man or woman, your life is about to be touched by her magic, never to be the same again. This oracle brings you a message. There is a woman who brings divine blessing into your life, who's trying to connect with you more deeply. This blessing may be one that is obvious or one that is hidden in a challenge. The woman may be your own body, if you're female, or your own inner feminine, if you are male. It may be a spiritual or physical being, the great mother, your lover, your sister, or your dearest friend. It may be a woman as yet unknown to you, but who holds a soul contract with you, an agreement predestined to awaken you. The empowerment will come to you not by rejecting what is offered by this feminine presence, but by embracing it and finding your truth through it. This is exciting because it means you're growing. You're entering into the feminine temples of wisdom and finding a home there. And the poem reads, I was born long before our time, and yet my time with you is something new. For you awaken in me a spirit that was longing for release, waiting for your touch. I thought I was safe to stay inside the boundaries and walls I carried with me. You touched all of me, and we walked outside the lines together. And Spirit's connecting with me. It's really beautiful. All right. So I'm going to do one last quick card from the traditional Rider-Waite deck. Okay. Here am I. Here am I. Take another deep breath. What is the message for the Divine Masculines? There's one last card. What is the general message for the Divine Masculines? What do they need to know? This November 8th, 2018. What does the Divine Masculine need to know? So the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups, and we're at 25, 25. 25 is the Knight of Wands. Okay? So this is the underlying energy for the Divine Masculine. But I want you to see what's under this, family. This is the bottom of the deck, okay? This Ten of Cups that looks like an illusion of a beautiful, happy family has the Devil and the Wounded Warrior behind it, okay? So this is what's called the sham fam, right? It's an illusion on the outside. So what the Divine Masculine needs to focus on is first came out the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay, we're in retrogrades, Venus and Mercury retrogrades. Slowing down destiny for a reason, to look back and review, okay, to get things in order, to understand better, okay. And then we had the Six of Pentacles reversed because there's an imbalance in his relationships, in his give and take, right? He needs to take back his power and stop being a doormat to others. And then the third card is the Four of Wands, okay, which is the energy for today. It's the finding that stability through taking your power back and understanding your roots. It's really about going back and understanding family. We have the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands. It's about marriages and families. It's not so much the huge family, but the immediate family that you live with. You know, the husband and wife and children, that kind of situation. But there's a great imbalance here. All right, and it's trying to come to this, but it can't seem to express that energy, because you need to get past these two and make them upright again. Okay, look how beautiful that is when it's upright. When you find balance and give and take, when someone starts giving what they're supposed to give. So for the Divine Masculine, you know, there could be a balance where he gives too much to his family and the other people around him, but he's also not giving back to the Divine Feminine what she's given to him. So there's an imbalance on both sides. Okay. Okay. So make sure you get your rest and exercise and treat yourself well and have some fun. Okay. Don't take everything so seriously. Drink your water and have an amazing day or rest of your night. Have a great week, guys. Bye. Rise and be loved.